The Trilogy Podcast with Vin and Scott. 3 movies, 2 men, 1 podcast.
America is at war. Our president is unpopular, and people are shouting in the streets. I had just landed smack dab in the middle of the shit, where it all went down. As I walked through the sweltering concrete jungle, I could smell the faint odor of gunpowder and marijuana smoke, and I knew I'd fit right in. The year is 2026, and the New York Knicks are NBA champions. Our boys are home from battle, and we're throwing them a parade. That'll make up for the years of heartbreak and the nightmares and the injuries and...
Scott, who are you talking to?
No one. I was just thinking about something.
Are we doing this episode or not?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't have no idea.
What Vin couldn't know was a war still raged on in my heart. What about the men who never made it to the parade? I see these men's faces every night in my dreams. In the wee hours of the night, I can still hear Patrick Ewing crying on the team bus. They say if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Well, Grandma, if Patrick Ewing can't make it, what chance do I have? The only thing I've found that can soothe the nightmares is heroin. Well, that and...
The Trilogy Podcast, the only podcast in the universe devoted strictly to trilogies. No reboots, no straight to cable. We're bringing you facts, debate, trivia, and more. To hell with the movie, if they made 4. You all right now, Scott?
Yeah, no, I think...
Oh, I lost you.
I think everything's gonna be all right, you know?
Okay, I hope so.
And I think that in the end, we'll all find love and happiness and not war and,
Okay. I think.
Sorry, I got pretty stoned before I came here.
Hey!
That's Oliver Stone, of course.
Oh, very good. Why don't you tell us, officially now, exactly what trilogy we're doing today, Scott?
We are doing the Oliver Stone Vietnam trilogy.
Oliver Stone's Vietnam trilogy. As always, I am Vin.
And I'm Scott.
And our job on this planet is to bring you coverage of every trilogy ever made. And we are doing Oliver Stone this time around. Yes. So this is
We're getting political with it.
We are, for good reason, though, Scott.
Yes.
Our country has just celebrated its 250th anniversary.
Yes.
And as patriots, which is what Oliver Stone is too,
Right.
it is important to examine our entire history, warts and all, Scott.
Yes.
Warts and all.
I mean, particularly, with we got a little Iran conflict going on.
Yes.
Is this going to become another quagmire?
I wrote the same word, mire.
Yes.
We are mired in another war brought about by an administration whose motivations are not only unclear, but are possibly unethical.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Thought it'd be a good time to look back on a war that ended 50 years ago.
Yep,
You know?
and in a lot
maybe
of
we can
ways-
learn something.
Speaking of learning something, Scott,
Yes.
I think it's important before we begin this trilogy, Oliver Stone's Vietnam trilogy, which is made up of 3 movies now: Platoon, Born on the 4th of July, and Heaven and Earth. Before we jump into them in earnest, I should probably give a little bit of a background on what the Vietnam War was, because I feel like a lot of our listeners are a little younger and probably have no idea about what we're going to start talking about.
Sure.
From the mid to late 60s till the mid 70s, the United States intervened in a war between communist Vietnam and the Republic of South Vietnam in hopes of stopping the spread of communism. It was fought mostly in the South against the Viet Cong, a communist guerrilla force fighting on behalf of the North. The citizens of South Vietnam were torn in both directions, leading to abuses from both sides. This resulted in a peace movement in the United States, based both on the needless deaths of our soldiers, many of whom were drafted, and the killing of Vietnamese civilians at the hands of our military. It ended in 1975 when we pulled out of the country, resulting in the North capturing Saigon and reunifying the country under a communist government. My Uncle Preston, my middle name is named after him, I'm Vincent Preston,
Yeah.
was shot down in late 1971 in Vietnam.
Oh, my.
And he died in 72 from the hepatitis that he contracted from where they shot him down, like in some swamps or whatever.
Oh, wow, yeah.
He actually died on the 4th of July. So, Scott, I guess now is the time we usually move on to Trilogy Bot so we can lock in exactly what kind of trilogy this is.
Yes, because,
right?
this was a tricky one, right? It's not your usual cut and dry trilogy.
Not at all. These are pretty unique, this kind of trilogy for us. We've done quite a few, but every time we get to one, it's a little different.
Yes.
How we appreciate it, how we appropriate it, how we
Right.
approach it.
Right.
So,
I think we should let him weigh in here.
All right, let's let our robot expert weigh in on what kind of trilogy this is.
Oliver Stone's Vietnam trilogy is what's called a director's trilogy, when 3 movies made by one director are connected through theme, setting, actors, or a time period in that director's career. Instead of a narrative, you get a director's trilogy. For example, if I directed 3 films about Vin and Scott, the plots may be different, but they would all involve 2 men with micro-penises.
I was really afraid he was going to say something racist.
So was I. And good thing that he just attacked us instead of all the people of Vietnam. Trilogy Bot, as rude as he is completely correct. This is a director's trilogy. That's the name that we've given to this kind of trilogy. All right. Rather than a narrative being the thing that links the 3 movies together, usually these trilogies are designated as such by the director himself. And they're linked by the time frame in the director's career that he made these films, but also by actors, setting, and mostly theme. And sometimes that theme is connected to the setting, like in this one.
Yes.
Stone was a Vietnam vet himself. This is something he had to do early in his career.
Right.
And he did it from 3 very specific points of view.
It's interesting. I think the last director's trilogy we did was it the Cavalry trilogy?
It was indeed.
And John Ford, it would seem, just sort of fell in love with the scenic West out there.
Pretty
and
much.
Made 3 completely different movies with the same cast. Liked working with them, and so it's interesting that like the background kind of tied everything together for him.
Settling the West after the Civil War,
right?
Basically, you know, it's so much about themes when we do these.
Yeah.
Whether you're talking about something like the Apocalypse trilogy or Gilliam's Americana trilogy.
Right.
It's a director's very distinct viewpoint on one thing that he's using 3 films to convey to us.
Right.
You know, so
on a subject that, you know, frankly deserves more than 1 movie.
No question about it.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, I think we're well prepared to jump into your plots, my friend.
Oh, boy.
You know, I look forward to your plots so much. Every time we plan a new trilogy, I say to myself, what is Scott going to be doing with these plots? And I like the most how direct you are. You just insert yourself right in with the plots, and there's no frills.
You know,
I'm frivolous. I'm
really
talking about this and that. I'm frilly. I'm a man in a frilly dress.
What?
Nothing. Just go on. Say nothing about my apparel.
Okay, well,
right.
Let's get this whole thing started.
Excellent.
This is Scott's plots, folks.
All right.
So buckle up. And Scott will come with the plot. Yes, Scott will come and tell the plots. He's Scott, and plots and Scots, and Scott will to plots and Scott, and Scott will to plots, and Scott tells you all about the plots.
That's America, man.
Let me tell you something, Jack. I've seen God out there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So this is Scott's plots, where I will give you just a bare bones description of the plots, no character names, the general happenings of the movie to refresh you in case it's been a while since you've seen it or you've never seen it and you just want to jump in and enjoy the fun. We got you covered. The first movie in the Oliver Stone Vietnam trilogy is Platoon.
1986.
During the Vietnam War, a young man arrives in Vietnam where he quickly bonds with his brothers in arms. Later, while out on patrol, 2 soldiers are killed by a booby trap, and a 3rd is found brutally murdered. The soldiers search a nearby village and find weapons. Suspecting that they are weapons for the enemy, a crazy sergeant interrogates the villagers, culminating in him murdering a woman. A less crazy sergeant stops the crazy sergeant and promises that he will have the crazy sergeant court-martialed for his actions.
So this movie is really a series of set pieces, kind of.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. You didn't mention it because you didn't really have to, but before this major set piece here, which sort of informs the characters in a lot of ways.
Sure.
We get that first scene where Sheen has been there for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And he's waiting for the ambush, and he sees the VC coming, and he kind of like freezes there. And we got a little taste of what it's like humping in this juggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so by the time we get here, we feel like, all right, he's a little more seasoned now. And this set piece, what you described, is basically the heart and soul of the entire movie, the entire conflict.
Right.
I mean, on one side, you have the followers of Barnes who show no regard for the villagers at all. They may be hiding VC weapons, and if they have to kill them, they're going to.
Right.
On the other side, you have followers of Elias who are more pragmatic, more peaceful, aren't willing to spill blood they don't have to spill.
Right.
And I think that's one of the biggest conflicts that we see in all three of these films.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting the movie to just be vignettes and sort of memories of Nam.
For sure.
With, characters and, maybe a little bit of arc. But, like, I was pleasantly surprised that there was actually, like, a conflict.
Yeah.
And not just the conflict as Vietnam.
It's very clear in this movie that Charlie Sheen represents Oliver Stone.
Sure.
He's the observer.
Absolutely.
New to the situation, the outsider looking in to something that's already occurring when he gets there, right?
Right, yeah.
It's a little silly, though, because one of the big things I'm going to keep coming back to is that Charlie Sheen fucking blows. And he's really not good enough for this movie.
No.
And you can see it in every line reading, in the way the character is written, every piece of needless narration. He doesn't fit the movie.
Yeah, no.
He just doesn't.
No.
He's crisp and clear with his line readings, whereas everyone else is grunting and grizzled and tired. And he's like sharp and bright with every line. And you're like, you don't fit here, man.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. In the beginning of this scene, he's threatening to shoot a villager in the foot and wants to make them dance.
Yeah.
Because they're all really peeved because their unit guy is found on the tree all fucked up. So everyone in the platoon or whatever is fucking jumpy and upset because their friend died.
Yeah.
So Sheen's immediately like, dance, motherfucker, dance, all this nonsense. Literally 5 minutes later, you have Sheen in the bush going, she's a human. You just don't get it. They're humans.
Yeah.
Stop it. He stops the rape. What are you doing, everybody?
Yeah.
You just don't get it. You don't get it. And it's like, where did this come from? This transition happened in fucking 5 minutes for you, man.
Yeah.
I think Sheen just has a hard time playing earnest and genuine and authentic.
Which is why I skipped it entirely.
She's a human. You just don't get it. Yeah, we get it.
You just don't get it.
You're right, I don't get it.
Later, while out on patrol, the soldiers are pinned down and the crazy sergeant tells them to fall back, and he goes to retrieve the less crazy sergeant. But when the crazy sergeant finds the less crazy sergeant, he shoots him in fear of being court-martialed.
Frankly, the conflict at this point between Berger and Defoe is so good. You want more of it. Like, it ends too quickly. Like, this should have been at the end of the movie, this face-off between the two of them.
Right.
The fact that it happened here, and now Sheen is assigned to, like, the Defoe part, fuck that.
Yeah. I think it's because, like, the movie needed a conflict. You get into a point where you're watching, like, all right, I get it. There's soldiers, and then that happens, and you're like, okay, now we got a bit of a plot here. Like,
yeah, but I just don't like that Sheen had to be the one to fill in that gap.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Give Defoe some more time.
We see the conflict between Berenger and Defoe in the village,
Yeah.
but really nowhere else. So I'm not sure that, like, the plot up until this point is earned between the two of them. I think there's a lot to be said for getting to things too quickly, and we're not really building to anything.
Right.
At this point, all we know is they disagree about what happened in the village. Defoe gets high. Berenger is with the guys that don't get high. They drink beer and whatever, listen to country music.
Right.
That's your conflict.
Yeah.
So I wish it could just gone on a little bit longer, in my opinion.
Yeah. When the crazy sergeant regroups with the other soldiers at the helicopter, he tells the men that the less crazy sergeant was killed by the enemy. But as their helicopter takes off, they watch a still alive, less crazy sergeant attempting to escape the enemy before being gunned down.
It is a great shot.
I mean, Oliver Stone's a pretty decent filmmaker.
Oh, he sure is.
Yeah. Like, even, like, if I was like, like, it's a little cheesy at points, I was like, his film work, like, the shots are just so good.
Listen, he goes for it. You know what I mean? And sometimes it hits and it's money. Sometimes is it too much? Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not going to discredit a filmmaker for fucking going for it, trying things, right? I mean, how many films have we seen that are just boring as a turd? And you're like, do something.
Right. Do something that makes me want to look at the screen.
Yeah, for sure.
Later, while on patrol, the soldiers are ambushed and quickly overtaken by the enemy, and an airstrike is called in on their position. Meanwhile, the young man who suspects that the crazy sergeant murdered the less crazy sergeant confronts the crazy sergeant just before the airstrike hits. Dazed and wounded, the young man discovers the wounded crazy sergeant and kills him.
So this is like the set piece of the movie. It's incredible, in my opinion. It's scary. They're completely overrun. No one knows what to do.
Yeah.
They're terrified. everyone's just kind of like doing their own thing. Like command structure breaks down immediately, and people are like, it's all about self-preservation.
Yeah.
McGinley covers himself up with a dead body so that he's not spotted and killed by the VC.
Right.
Like
right.
it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Right. And you're like, what the fuck? Their position is totally overrun. The fucking kamikaze guy runs into the bunker and blows everybody up.
My jaw dropped.
I know.
You were like, what do you do now?
Like, because
really
we're used to seeing war movies where the good guy wins. It's not happening
You're not
here.
usually watching a retreat. You're
Right.
not watching someone lose their entire position.
In the framework of this movie, we fucking lost.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying.
Yeah,
like,
for
I
sure.
will say that. Sheen running around like Rambo. Again, it's a little goofy when he jumps out of the foxhole and he's running around gunning everybody down.
Yeah.
Well, am I watching
Hot Shots.
Hot Shots? Is that what I'm watching?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No difference in his acting.
Yeah.
None.
I honestly, watching this movie made me understand Hot Shots Part 2 a little more.
Sure,
because like it's he's playing Rambo and like they're constantly making reference to. I was like, oh, they're referencing this.
Yes,
like they're
yes.
constantly referencing it. Like
I think this scene also highlights the fact that once Elias is gone, the structure of the unit breaks down. Like you need that balance that Elias is bringing to it.
Right.
Now at the end, you got the whole thing where Sheen is up against Berenger, right?
Right.
And again, I felt like this face-off wasn't earned between the two of them.
Right.
Like this last face-off, this should be where Elias and Barnes go at it, and Sheen like sees it from behind a tree. It shouldn't be him and Sheen.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, right.
They show that Barnes is about to like kill Sheen, and then the napalm drops, and it all goes blank.
Yeah.
And they wake up the next morning. Sheen sees a deer, and then he fucking shoots Berenger.
They're showing you that there's no safe haven for you.
Yeah,
Like,
and I think that's a big theme in this, in that it's not necessarily a war of us versus them. It's us against ourselves.
Yeah,
And the different strata of different soldiers, some that are wanting to do the right thing, some that are like just there to kill, like Bunny.
Yeah.
The African-American soldiers who are also marginalized in this war situation as much as they are at home, and they have their own voice. So there's a strata within the actual platoon.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a greater
it constantly
theme.
feels like no one's in control.
Right. I mean, Stone really conveys like the chaos of war.
Yeah.
You know, the illusion of control
Yeah.
through the military construct.
The young man is to be discharged, and while being airlifted away from the battlefield, he reflects on his time in Vietnam and the atrocities he saw, and he cries.
I just didn't think a single line of narration in this movie was necessary. None of it.
No.
Not needed.
No.
But you know what? I excused it because to me that was Stone saying what he had to say. Like he's the director. He saw it with his own eyes. He gets a pass.
Right.
Fucking show it. Don't tell it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the movie did that. We don't have to hear it from him.
They're all these movies. He's very dependent on the narration.
For sure.
A lot of it. And I get
All
it
of them.
I get it for a device, especially where you probably shot a lot more than this.
Yeah. And a lot of it is just such rhetoric. It's just
They
sort
could,
of platitudes.
They could all be half as long.
I know. So look, at the end of the day, I thought this movie was good, but not great. Not as great as people think. Not great enough that it should have won the Academy Award and be considered one of the best war movies. It was a good movie. It really was.
Yes, it's good.
But it didn't I didn't turn it off and go, oh, fucking God, I can't sleep after this.
Yeah.
I felt more affected after the third Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I got it, and it hit me, but I wasn't like, Jesus, American classic. No, it's not.
It's very interesting, especially if you don't know that much about Vietnam and you get to like kind of see the experience and at least feel like it's somewhat genuine.
Yeah.
Because it's coming from Oliver Stone.
Agreed.
But yeah,
Didn't change your world.
It's not what I thought it was going to be.
I think Sheen is just a big problem in the movie.
Right.
But look, the issues that are raised during the movie are like worth discussing. The idea of Stone like elevating dialogue on this is important. So if that was part of the job, well, he completed that part of the job.
Right,
He
right.
did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, then moving right along to our second entry is Born on the 4th of July.
1989.
During the Vietnam War, a young man inspired by his country's patriotism joins the Marines. Later, while on a mission, the young man and his fellow soldiers accidentally kill a group of villagers, and then during a confusing firefight, the young man kills a fellow soldier.
Yeah, they cram a lot into that first war scene.
Yeah.
You're like, oh God, we both get in the horrible village scene that we saw in Platoon.
Yeah.
Then Cruz kills a guy.
Right, like immediately after.
Right after.
Yeah, because they get like ambushed after that, and they're like, oh,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He kills a guy.
I had to literally, like, I looked away, I think, for a second and came back like, wait a minute. Oh, he shot that guy.
Yeah,
Like, that happened
yeah.
so fast. Later, the young man is wounded in a firefight, paralyzing him from the waist down, and he is sent to recover at an underfunded, poorly run veterans hospital.
So that's your next block of action. So it's really a segmented movie, right?
Yeah.
Because then you're like, now it's the hospital scenes.
Right. It's the same with Heaven and Earth. Which really feels like a companion piece to this movie.
Oh, for sure.
But they solidly do feel like, and now we're moving on to the next chapter.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Like, where it's like, we saw that, but like, it feels full, like a lot of shit happens, but it's so quick.
It's,
you know,
but
like,
there's really a distinct structure to this one and the next one, as opposed to Platoon, which
Right.
is more all over the place.
right. Yeah, sort of the kids, I feel like in the kids section in this movie was sort of like a prologue to the movie.
Yeah,
you know?
agreed.
Like,
I mean, the action starts when it turns into Tom Cruise. When he's Tom Cruise.
Right. Once he's Tom Cruise, we're like,
There we
now
go.
the story
All
has
right.
officially started.
He's in this terrible hospital.
Yes.
Why did his parents ever visit him in the hospital? It's in New York. He's in Long Island.
He says that at some point, I think, to them, right?
Come
Like, he's
over.
like, isn't it better than coming to see me at the hospital? And I was like, we should have had a scene of
Yeah.
them being like, please let us come. And he's like, I don't want you to see me here. You know, like,
I mean, come visit.
because I think that was the idea with that line, but I
Sweet.
was like, yeah, now that you mention it,
Why
where
weren't
were
they?
they?
It seems like a very loving and supporting family.
Yeah,
Why
right?
aren't they at the hospital?
No idea. Later, now wheelchair bound, the young man returns home to live with his parents, but is haunted by memories of war and soon begins abusing alcohol, much to the chagrin of his family.
Love it or leave it, Tommy. Love it or leave it. Love it or leave
Love it or leave it, Tommy.
Say it again, Tom Cruise. We didn't hear you the first.
Love it or leave it.
This is a great piece of the movie when he returns home because there's really two moments of it. There's a fucking phenomenal conversation with him and Timmy where they're having beers in the backyard and it's a quiet scene and you feel like Tom Cruise for the first time is like, this isn't right. You know what I mean? His patriotism is
Yeah.
starting to evaporate a little bit.
Right.
And he's just like, this just isn't, this isn't right what they did to us.
Yeah.
Then you get him once he goes to the protest
Right.
with
right.
Kyra Sedgwick.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he becomes that drunken lunatic at the bar and is yelling at his parents.
Right.
He's gone over the edge at home.
Right.
I preferred the quiet conversation, and I think that's a better piece of acting.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah, it's fine. He's ranting to his mother, penis, penis, penis. My penis. I got no
Yeah.
penis, penis. Fine. That's great.
I didn't realize Tom Cruise invented the penis game, but
Mom's like, don't say penis in this house. That's what drives mom over the edge. Not all that's happened. She's like, stop saying penis.
yeah.
All right.
She's very avoidant, obviously.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
And I guess the thing that flipped it for him was the protest when he saw like the protest or whatever. And frankly, she got in his ear too. He was in love with her since he was a little kid.
Yeah, Kent State had just happened.
Yeah, and she got in his ear.
Right.
And it's hard for a man to not listen to a woman that he fucking loves.
Right.
So you see that sort of movement, that home movement there, which I thought was really strong.
And then she evaporates.
Yeah, we don't. That's it.
She's gone.
Well, how long is she supposed to hang around?
I don't
Penis
know.
doesn't work.
Well, yeah, you make a fair point.
Yeah, come on.
The son soon begins abusing alcohol, much to the chagrin of his family, so his family sends him to Mexico, where he can abuse alcohol in peace.
This whole movement in Mexico is
Yeah.
really strange.
Yeah.
But it really
It's
highlights
like, go die in Mexico.
It highlights like how much his masculinity is connected to the paralysis. Like the fact that he can't
Right.
fuck and can't reproduce and have a working penis, like that's a huge part of it.
Honestly, the
Like-
movie is much more about penises than I thought. Stone kind of like cleverly connects it to his feeling as a man, right?
Yeah,
Like he wants to
that's
feel
what I'm
like a
saying.
man again, right? Like he went to war,
Right.
felt like he was fighting for something he cared about, comes home and everyone's spitting in his fucking face
Right.
because they're like, you're a fucking baby killer.
No, his
And,
masculinity is totally
He's like, I did it
challenged.
for you guys. I did it
Yeah.
for the country. I did it to feel like I was doing something to help people.
And not only are they questioning his
Yeah.
actions, but now he doesn't even have a fucking dick to
Right.
like, be
back it up.
to be a man with. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
right,
Like,
yeah.
It might sound
He-
silly, but like that's.
But they're connected.
Yeah,
no, I
for
think
sure.
He's dedefinitely connecting those emotions. For
no
sure.
doubt.
Like
He
yeah.
really underlines it in this
yeah.
movie.
More penis talk, please.
Yeah, please.
He's a little more penis talk in Heaven and Earth. I'll tell you that.
I tell you what, a little more cock would have helped that movie. Maybe not.
Now that I'm thinking about
I
it,
think it was a little
penis
too much.
was the villain.
a little too much cock in that movie. It was the opposite there. She basically says it. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm afraid of every man.
Yeah,
And his
with
penis.
good reason.
Yeah, for sure.
In Mexico, the young man meets and fistfights fellow paralyzed veterans and gets pity-fucked by prostitutes while still being haunted by memories of war.
And really, Defoe could have easily just been Elias down there.
Yeah,
It's the same. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, Defoe's great in both.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah. Later, in an attempt to make amends for his actions, the young man travels to visit the family of the fellow soldier he accidentally killed years earlier and tells them the truth about what happened.
I think that's horrible. I think it's an incredibly selfish act by Kovic to do that. It made him feel better about himself, but these poor fucking people think their son died a hero.
Right.
And he's shitting on that right in front of them. And then, like, they're like, well, it's okay. Well, it's not okay. You didn't have to do that. That was a selfish act by you.
I kind of agree with you. I actually,
come on.
There was the last line here. I'm just going to read because I think it sums up my opinions, but he tells them the truth about what happened, which is received with understanding, but not forgiveness.
Oh, definitely not.
Like, I think they're incredibly understanding about it.
But Lily Taylor's like, I'll never forgive you.
Like, but I mean, she's kind of like, well, look.
But what am I going to do?
You know, it's so far after the fact that, like, okay, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah,
like,
it's selfish.
now I have someone else to hate. You know,
right. Good point.
Great. I feel like you're supposed to feel that a little bit, right? In that scene. Like,
I don't know.
Because I feel like it is kind of like he's just trying to work it out and figure out what he's supposed to do to make himself feel better.
But that's the whole thing.
Get rid of this.
We
feeling,
want him to feel better himself, but he's not the only person in the fucking world.
Right. Later, after joining an anti-war group, the young man makes a scene at the Republican National Convention, which leads to his near arrest and inspires other anti-war protesters to speak up.
A little strange there because we find out the guy pushing his wheelchair is an undercover cop. Well, why'd you even push him in there in the first place?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Set him up.
To set him up?
Yeah.
Well, it's really weird, though. Like,
I mean, Nixon, man, you know, it makes sense. Like,
it's like, this whole time you were with the cops? Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I had nothing better to do. Really? Isn't this the 70s? Aren't there serial killers running around?
It was a little strange. All the serial killers were running around.
Right, yeah.
Fucking find Bundy.
Later, the young man is an actual invited speaker to the Democratic National Convention, where he is not arrested. That's it.
It was a real story, though. This was like, a biopic. And,
Right.
Was it perfect? No, there were some sort of extraneous things and whatever. But I got to tell you, it's a great Tom Cruise performance. It's probably his best.
Yeah, he's pretty
probably. I mean, it's.
He has his moments, and there are certain movies.
There are other movies,
really
Few Good Men, and other things that he does. But at this point, we'd seen him in fucking what? Cocktail, Top Gun. He had shown no acting chops at all.
Yeah,
you know, and he had to carry the whole movie. And he was able to. So, yeah, I mean, again, we saw an actual character arc from being an uber patriot to an anti-war advocate. And I think that was a logical arc. It made sense to me. I saw where it happened,
I think everything we saw, all the scenes we saw were all part of the transition, part of the arc of him, coming out the other side.
And I think Stone got us there in a logical way, though. I mean, he showed the sort of chain of events that made him the man he was in a way that made sense.
Yeah.
Where we would say, you know what,
you could see him gradually changing over time.
If I saw this war horror and then was put in this fucking shit hospital, and then when I got home, people were treating me such a way, I think I'd probably go in this direction too.
Even when he's in the hospital, he has the I just want to be treated like a person line. And you're like, I mean, you're paralyzed now because you went to war to fight for the country and you come back and where's the respect? Where's the, so you kind of get it.
Yeah. This is the same distance as if this happened in 2008. 2008 doesn't seem like a long time ago to me.
No,
like
not really.
My life has not changed all that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for these soldiers, I could kind of see how this is still like raw for these dudes.
Right. I think they did a really great job of illustrating how little attention people wanted to pay to the war.
Yeah.
We don't want to remember the war.
Yeah.
We don't want to remember the casualties. We don't want to feel like losers. Right.
Yeah,
like,
agreed.
And it was a countrywide feeling. Somebody has the line that it's thousands of miles away.
Yeah.
So
it's Styles from Teen Wolf who says that.
Yeah.
Playing the exact same character.
Great.
In this movie.
I couldn't have been more pleased to see Styles, honestly. Exactly. I was like, is that Styles?
And he's the same guy.
He looks great with that mustache.
I know.
Scotty, listen to me here. All right, we're moving right along to our third entry here, which is, of course, Heaven and Earth.
1993.
During the Vietnam War, A young woman's village is taken over by South Vietnamese soldiers who routinely torture her until she is captured by North Vietnamese soldiers who rape her.
That's a pretty good description of the first 40 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Because it begins with just essentially like narration, a history lesson of the time.
kind of settling you in, showing the village, and kind of understanding how her life was pre that a little bit, and then
the VC
how
comes
it's changed.
in. The VC comes in and indoctrinates them all.
Right.
Then the South Vietnamese come in and start teaching them all. Then the VC roll in and take over the village again, and they're like, "Well, we'll just rape you."
Yeah.
Like she can't
when
catch
she's
a break.
literally done nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Never.
she at no point has ever
done anything.
It's crazy.
She's just kind of there.
Yeah.
So
That's why it's kind of like, I remember like being kind of locked in early. Like, it's a very long movie and
I know.
a fucking slog, but it was really interesting because you're like, wow, this is like a story that we've not heard. 2.5 hours of all that into one movie
of horror.
Like, to end the trilogy with, to be like, here's what I forgot to tell you. You know, like,
there were some other people in this war.
yeah, other people were affected.
But like she can't catch a break. Shit, in the beginning, 10 minutes in, the French come into the village simply to burn down her father's house.
Yeah.
They roll in, burn down the father's
Right.
house, then leave, and you're like, well, was that the whole goal?
Yeah. I gotta tell you, like, my brother Craig, who works on our Twitter, our X rather, and doing a fantastic job.
Great job. Check it out.
Walked in while I was watching, and I was probably like 20 minutes deep, and it was one of the scenes where someone is torturing her.
Yeah.
And they're like putting the snakes down in the shirts
Yeah.
and stuff. And he's like, why are they doing this to her? And I was like, I gotta tell you, man, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Like, I have no clue. I've been watching the entire time,
Yep.
and like, I'm pretty confused.
You truly do get a sense of how these villagers were manipulated during this war.
Yeah.
In horrible ways.
Yeah.
You know.
You're confused watching the movie, trying
Yeah.
to catch up with everything that's like changing so fast.
For
and you're
sure.
like, well, you feel like you're in it with her.
For
really.
sure. For sure.
The young woman and her mother move to Saigon, where they are employed by a wealthy family. Almost immediately, the wealthy husband gets the young woman pregnant, and the wealthy wife makes them leave.
And now I'm going to kick you out of here and
Yeah.
not really help you in any way.
Yeah.
Get out.
To be fair, and there's no reason to be fair to this guy, but to be fair, it's not like he like said anything,
Nah, he
right?
was
Like
just a
he just
little-
kind of was like,
little-
"What's up, baby?"
Yeah,
Like,
he was just a little bit like, listen, any
he was
like,
affectionate toward
any
her.
warmth
Right,
or
yeah.
kindness towards her, she's interpreting as
Right.
like
No. And that's the thing.
Frankly,
Like,
I don't even really blame his wife all that much.
No.
Like, she's supposed to be his second wife and just live there. The mother's like, no, she can be a great second wife. And the wife is like, no.
yeah, are
get
you
out.
kidding? Like,
Are you crazy?
you'll never have to give blowjobs again.
Yeah. But I like to blow him.
You be a guma. Come on.
She's sent back to Da Nang pregnant and abandoned completely. And just as a little sideline, she's like, and he never sent me any money. And you're like, well,
Right, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And by the way, in case you thought he might have done the right thing,
No way. I'm living with my prostitute sister.
yeah, right. My sister.
Yeah.
Later, the young woman meets a soldier, and although not initially interested in a boyfriend, she falls for the soldier, marries him as his baby, and moves back to America with him.
I like to call him Bashful Steve in the beginning, because Tommy Lee Jones is doing this thing where he's like, I just want to hang out here, and I thought I'd just sleep in your bed.
I thought it was so funny because, like, I mean, I guess he's supposed to be like so aw shucks that you're
Yeah.
like, what harm could he be,
She's
right? But I
great.
was like, but he's Tommy Lee Jones, so I was like,
Can't be.
don't let him in your house.
Yeah.
like he's a scary.
But you
man.
think the movie makes you think like, wow, she finally found someone that like will love her,
Right.
protect her, where she's getting the goodness she deserves after all this.
Right.
A man she can trust, a man that won't abuse her.
Right.
Everything's great.
Right.
Time to go to America.
and
Yeah, it doesn't work out that
then
way.
things fall apart.
Yeah, so she's in America with Bashful Steve.
Despite the initial culture shock, the young woman and the American soldier's relationship starts well, but the years of traumatic memories from Vietnam plague the American soldier, and soon his sanity and their relationship both fall apart.
He also mentions that he's a war profiteer and gun runner.
Yeah.
And you're like, could there be a worse occupation for this guy?
How many years went by before he went, look, I gotta tell you the truth, the job that's waiting for me, it ain't good. I'm a bad man, I've done bad things.
It's fucking terrible.
He just literally like unloads on her in that one scene.
I
Like,
know. To a point where he like holds a gun to her head.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus,
He fucking racks that thing. And you see like really the like Oliver Stone, like when he like does the close-ups and like the changing of the color, like, and I immediately was like, you'll see more of this in like Natural Born Killers.
I saw it too. Couldn't be more obvious.
Yeah. It's a interesting interpretation of the feeling of like pure panic. Yeah. Like I feel like it makes you feel her panic.
Oh, you
and, like,
you really see in these 3 movies, especially this third one, him building up to the point of his career where he starts doing all the crazy shit.
Because it's the Nam trilogy that he's probably a little more respectful. Yeah. And like doesn't want to make it too flashy and action movie.
We really see some hardcore motifs in there that later on will become his signature.
Yeah. And even the like the flashback, like he does that, and she flashes back to other moments.
The fire in the sky. Yeah, they show that fire going across the sky like,
but like
4 times.
Other memories too.
Yeah, they flash back
things that happened
for sure.
Like, where you would have felt that panic. Yeah, yep. I think it's a really effective way to show.
It feels natural bornish.
Yeah,
or JFK-ish. Yes. He also does that thing where he likes to throw a spotlight into the middle of the room.
Yeah,
to indicate like fear or like danger.
Yeah,
and it's like a otherwise dark room, and there's a weird wash of light somewhere.
Yeah,
he does that in a lot of his movies.
Yeah.
Steve's got problems.
The young woman decides to leave the American soldier, and in response to that, the American soldier kidnaps their children. But after speaking with the young woman, the American soldier kills himself.
Naked in a van for some reason. Why is he naked?
I had the same
Why
note.
is he naked?
Why is he naked? I don't know.
What's going on?
Just to show that he really flipped his lid?
Yeah,
like,
I guess,
don't know.
right?
Like, there's the thing of people who jump off buildings, right? That like, you never jump with your shoes. Like it's across the board statistically, you take your shoes off.
No shit,
I think there's like a movie or something where they bring that up. But like supposedly statistically,
that's interesting.
Like that, so they're like, this couldn't have been a suicide; it was a murder kind of thing because like they didn't remove their shoe. Like it was kind of that thing.
That's cool.
But it made me kind of think like, was it sort of like I don't want to be a hassle, so like the clothes are
I'm just gonna get ready,
taken care of. Like all my shit's like set out already with a note.
Maybe,
and,
maybe. And she goes to the Buddhist guy and she's like, "What do I do?" And the Buddhist guy he's no better than like a Christian or. Yeah. He's like, you got to stay with him. You don't want to fuck up the wheel of whatever reincarnate.
Right.
It's all, every religion is the same. Like what? You're not
I'm sitting there thinking like, I'm like, is this the point of the scene? This is the point of the scene, right? Is to show that like, he's about as useful as any other.
Right. And he's like, help him. What?
Yeah.
And you would hear the same thing from a priest being like, "Oh, your husband cheated on you. It's your job to help him and to prevent this from happening."
Great suggestion. He killed himself.
Yeah,
like
fucking A.
Way to go.
It really makes Buddhism look as shitty as every other fucking religion.
I mean,
movie. It really does.
Right? Like it's just people guiding other people.
I know.
Under the pretense that they have some sort of greater knowledge,
ethereal knowledge. Yeah.
Years later, the young woman returns to Vietnam with her sons and introduces them to her family, who kind of berate her for leaving, but she reconciles with her mother.
And at the end of the day, she's walking off into the paddies and she's like, "Oh, that's life. That's the Buddhist life. You know, what happens is going to happen."
Yeah.
We see that she's clearly like very successful and prosperous, and we never get to feel like she achieved that. You know,
we didn't see her success.
I know, and we only saw, and that's where we miss the character arc. We don't see a character arc there.
Yeah.
It's just trauma. We need to see her overcoming all this horrible things that have happened to her. And so it just becomes a fucking slog through Sadville. And then she kind of blames herself at the end. Like, well, that's life. Things are going to happen. Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I mean, it's interesting because it's like, if you're reading the book, you could certainly see her being like, I kind of blame myself, or I have feelings of this, blah, blah, blah. But like in the context of the movie, you're like, let her speak at the Democratic National Convention or something, you know, like give us a
show her one of her businesses doing great. Instead, she has to be berated by her brother and her family, and then just walks away and she's like, well, what happened happened. Like, let me tell you, this was a tedious film. You know what I mean? The woman's life is sad and inspiring because she survived it all.
It's fascinating,
but it doesn't make a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's too long. It's like 2.5 hours. It's too long.
It really
you could cut an easy 20 minutes out of it.
Easily.
But like, it's the kind of thing where I feel like some of those sequences were so jam-packed already.
Yeah.
You know, like where you had so much stuff happening in quick succession and then moving to the next chapter.
Right.
Like, because a lot of those scenes are important because they inform the next
scene,
right?
But
like
the main actress in this movie playing Lei Lee isn't necessarily strong enough to prop up this movie.
No.
And I think that's a problem too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. A little bit.
Okay. So those were the plots. Good job, Scott, as always.
Thank you.
As always. All right, you ready to move on? What are we about to do, Scott? Say the words. or have someone else say them.
But who's going to come in and say those words? Could it be... Is that Billy?
Platoon. This is based on Stone's own experiences in Nam, and he made this film to counter John Wayne's movie Green Berets, which is a very, like, trumped-up, patriotic...
Yeah.
It's a late...
Propaganda. Yeah.
That John Wayne threw out, like, very late in his career. Stone finished his tour and wrote a screenplay about his experiences called Break, and he tried to send it around Hollywood. It was never produced, but a lot of the things in the script carried over into Platoon. All right? The script was set to music by The Doors and sent to Jim Morrison because he wanted Jim Morrison to play the lead in it.
Yeah.
And when Morrison died, his agent sent the script back to Oliver Stone and said that Morrison was reading it when he died in Paris.
It killed him.
Yeah, I think so.
It's all over.
No studios wanted to produce it. They thought that The Deer Hunter and Apocalypse Now were sort of the pinnacle of the genre. Sidney Lumet, the director, and Al Pacino were like looking at it very hardcore.
Yeah.
All right. Oliver Stone wrote the movie Year of the Dragon for producer Dino De Laurentiis for a low price under the condition that he would produce Platoon for him. But it kind of banged around Hollywood for a long time. Casting was interesting. Originally, James Woods was going to play Barnes, but he had just done Salvador with Oliver Stone and said he didn't want to go into the woods with Oliver Stone for another 6 months. They were also looking at Mickey Rourke, Emilio Estevez, and Kevin Costner, who didn't want to do it because he had a brother who died in Nam.
Oh.
Yeah. Instead of Charlie Sheen, they were eyeballing Keanu Reeves to do this movie.
Okay.
But he wouldn't do it because it was too violent.
Huh.
I'm not sure that tracks with the work that Keanu Reeves is currently doing.
Right.
Because he pretty much
John
plays
Wick.
one of the most violent characters in history.
Yeah.
No, because if you're a lover, you got to be a fighter.
How so?
Guns. Lots of guns.
Filmed in the Philippines because the Department of Defense wanted nothing to do with it, wouldn't lend us any of their uniforms or any of their stuff. And it was almost canceled in the Philippines because of the whole political upheaval with Ferdinand Marcos, the whole rebellion going on in the Philippines in the mid-'80s. This name is going to come up a lot. Dale Dye. Dale Dye is the only actor who was in all three movies.
Oh.
Okay? And his whole gimmick is that he is a former decorated soldier in Vietnam. Many awards and medals, and he's a big deal.
Yeah.
And he's got a company that does like consulting for war movies. And he put these actors through like a hardcore boot camp before this. And another similarity to Pitch Perfect, where they were put in a hardcore a cappella boot camp.
Yes.
Stone, like
Trilogy connection.
Yes, that's what we do. They grew to hate Stone because of this boot camp. Stone was abusive to these actors because he wanted to like get them in the headspace of the horror of Vietnam. So yeah, this guy Dale Dye who put them through this. And indeed, he wrote the novelization of this movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The junior novelization?
The what?
The junior novelization? The one that comes with pictures from the set?
No, Scott, the regular novelization.
Did I get it at the book fair? The Scholastic Book Fair?
I don't think they sold that at the Scholastic Book Fair, Scott.
You know what? I'm thinking of Jumanji. Never mind. Go on.
Yeah. It was right behind the Choose Your Own Adventure.
You know I was over there. Choosing adventures.
I bought them all too, man. Everyone looked forward to the book fair.
Hell yeah.
You kidding me?
It was the most
awesome.
thrilling time of your life.
Fantastic.
Like, when the book fair came through.
Yeah. And like you'd forget about it, then suddenly they'd show up like a month and a half later.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit, look at all these books. They're awesome.
Sometimes you'd be like, I bought this?
Yeah.
I decided to get this? Like, Boxcar Children?
Did I really buy this Choose Your Own Adventure I'm in the Circus book? I guess I did.
My Little Pony.
Sounds
I was
great.
feeling weird that day. I don't know.
John, what are you doing?
I'm getting a strange feeling about this.
We don't have time for that. We're going to show you some of the books you'll find at the book fair.
The movie was made for $6 million and made $138 million. It was the third highest grossing movie in 1986 after Top Gun and a trilogy, Crocodile Dundee. A similar movie, minus everything that could possibly make them similar in any way.
Sure.
There was a jungle.
Yeah. There were no Australians.
There were no Australians. The movie won Best Picture that year in the Academy Awards, Best Director for Stone, and there were nominations for Berenger, for Defoe, and for Screenplay.
But I think that through this award, you're really acknowledging the Vietnam veteran. And I think what you're saying is that for the first time, you really understand what happened over there. And I think what you're saying is that it should never, ever in our lifetimes happen again.
Really, I think about the quote from Roger Ebert, my favorite reviewer, when he talks about this movie. He says that Truffaut said that it's impossible to make a war movie because when you make it, inevitably it makes war seem fun and exciting to the viewer.
Right.
And Ebert comments that, like, this is the first movie where that's not the case. It doesn't look exciting and fun. It looks like the hell that it is.
Yeah.
There was some backlash from African Americans over this movie because the three guys that were black were perceived as sort of like cowards, like a little shucking and jiving.
Yeah.
But frankly, I thought they had a lot of heart. I think it made perfect sense. There was some prejudice against African American soldiers. It made sense to me.
Great actors too.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker and Tony Todd
and the fucking lead singer of Living Color, Corey Glover.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality.
The right wing had backlash against fucking essentially all these movies. Okay.
Yeah.
And even like later on.
Don't tell them the truth.
Yeah, but how dare they?
Yeah.
I mean, Stone was accused of covering up war crimes that he witnessed. So that even the left gave him a little bit of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remarkably, they made a video game based on this movie for the Commodore 64, and it's tasteless.
Oh.
I was looking at videos of it. I'm like, oh God.
That's bad.
I know.
Oh God.
A couple of little trivia bits. Dale Dye, who I mentioned before, witnessed Stone on the set have a total PTSD attack, and they like had to sit together and like cry it out together.
Oh,
like this is deeply emotional for them. They smoked real weed on the set in the drug scenes.
Nice.
In the scene where they're cleaning the latrines in the movie, in the background, you can hear the voice of coming out of the radio of Adrian Cronauer, the real Good Morning Vietnam guy.
Yes, I heard that.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Good morning, Vietnam!
All right, Born on the 4th of July, based on a 1976 autobiography by Ron Kovic. Originally, Pacino desperately wanted this role after seeing Kovic speak at the 1976 DNC. Pacino didn't like the script, fell into like a development hell. But after Platoon, naturally, it got greenlit. But Universal wanted a star. If they were going to fucking distribute this, they wanted a star. And who do they get? Tommy Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
They looked at Sean Penn. They looked at Charlie Sheen again. They looked at Nick Cage. Tom Cruise had reservations, but Stone thought that, this is interesting, Stone thought that Top Gun was kind of a fascist movie, which in a way it is. It's commercial for joining the military.
Sure.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
But Stone said, what would happen if tragedy struck this golden boy? That's a pretty clever idea.
Yeah.
Cruise did a lot of prep. Stone wanted to inject him with a paralytic so that he could experience what it was like to be paralyzed, and Cruise was ready to go along with it. But naturally, the insurance company was like, no, you can't do that.
What if he doesn't come back from it?
Obviously.
Be the biggest fucking story on the planet.
Yeah, Kovic was very involved. At the end of the movie, when it came out, he gave Tom Cruise his Bronze Star, to honor him.
What's key to the portrayal, do you think, of playing Ron Kovic?
Never giving up and searching for the truth.
I was going to say, you're particularly adept in the wheelchair. How much time did you put in?
A lot of time.
Really?
A lot of time, yes.
Shot in the Philippines and in Mexico, and was ultimately dedicated to Abby Hoffman, who played like the protester at the end.
Right.
Who died that very year. The famous, yippie protester.
Member of the Chicago 7 or whatever.
Yeah. What's funny is Abby Hoffman was also in
Forrest Gump.
That specific section where he goes to visit Kira Sedgwick and they go to that protest where you see Abby Hoffman and all those, like, this is fucking Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Zemeckis really just stole this section of the movie.
I know.
Tell us a little bit about the war, man. War in Vietnam? War in Viet fucking
The movie went radically over budget to the point where Stone and Cruise had to waive their salaries for gross points. Okay?
Yep.
The music was done by John Williams, Trilogy superstar. We know him, of course, Jurassic Park, Star Wars.
And this is a classic theme.
Big time.
Yeah.
The movie was made for $17.8 million and did $162 million, about 70 in North America. 10th biggest movie of 1989. Universal's second highest grossing movie after Back to the Future 2.
Hey.
Got great reviews, especially Cruise. It received Academy Award nominations for Picture, Actor for Cruise, Director, which Stone won again for this movie. I didn't realize that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The movie did not win Best Picture?
It did not. That was Driving Miss Daisy that year.
Ah.
Okay.
Directed by who gives a fuck?
Some of the little trivia bits. The movie is shot in shades of red, white, and blue, and I didn't notice it when I was watching it, but when I read that, I was like, maybe.
Yeah,
You know?
it makes sense, like when you're thinking about the scenes now.
Yeah. Cruise was actually born on the 3rd of July.
Almost lost him the part.
The final piece of trivia I have for this movie is that real animal feces were used in the enema shots.
Delightful.
Why did I write that down? I'm not sure. I saw the word enema and saw feces, and I couldn't help myself.
I hope you wrote it in your own feces.
Ready to move on?
Yes.
Heaven and Earth.
Right.
It's a biopic based on a book called When Heaven and Earth Changed Places by Layli Hayslip. That village was constructed from the ground up in Thailand. There's so little information on this movie because no one gave a shit. It bombed. I have nothing here.
Yeah.
Strangely, I saw conflicting things where it was shot in Vietnam, but then at the same time, Vietnam didn't allow it to be shot there because of the depiction of the VC.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really sure what to believe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Her sister was cast because she was a reporter in California, and she covered the open call casting process in Little Saigon in Westminster, California, that Stone was doing.
Yeah.
And he just pulled her out, and he was like, you be the sister. But she was just like a reporter covering it for the local newspaper.
Oh, wow.
The movie was made for $33 million and only made $5.9 million. It was a bomb.
Yeah.
Poor reviews. Yep, Thi Lee's acting was considered to be limited. The girl playing Layli.
Sure.
They said the narrative didn't work. The flashbacks and narration were overdone. It just was not a good movie. That's it. That's Heaven and Earth.
There you go.
So, Scott, when we do a director's trilogy, we always do a little section on the director himself because the whole trilogy is based upon the director. Oliver Stone, he was born as a Jew who changed his name from Silverstein to Stone because of anti-Semitism. So right off the bat in his life with his family, there's a socially conscious kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His nanny was a Holocaust survivor and was a socialist and was a transsexual. He went to Yale and dropped out to teach in Saigon before he went into the war. He was a teacher over there first. And then he enlisted and he was a war hero. Okay, yeah. We're talking 2 Purple Hearts, a Bronze Star. He killed a sniper that had pinned his unit down.
Oh, wow.
He went to NYU Film School where Scorsese was one of his teachers.
Uh-huh.
And he was a screenwriter first. Okay, so he was a screenwriter and received an Academy Award nomination for Midnight Express. He's one of the screenwriters of Scarface. And when he wrote that, he himself was a cocaine addict at the time.
Right.
And he directed his first movie was a movie called Salvador, starring James Woods. And just running through his credits, you're talking about Platoon. Right after that, Wall Street. Talk Radio, the movie based upon the famous radio guy in Denver, is played by Eric Bogosian.
Oh, right.
Born on the 4th of July, The Doors, JFK, Natural Born Killers, and Nixon. And that's the period of his career, JFK, Natural Born Killers, Nixon, where we really see his turn into that directing style where he uses different cameras and different film formats. And the shots have a lot of different cuts. He's just giving us a lot of images that he's kind of throwing at us at once.
Always kind of based on real life. Nixon, or that is all based on true events.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like a lot of his movies.
There's a lot of sort of conflicting ideas and concepts that he wants to just impart to the audience.
Right.
So he's bombarding you with information that makes you feel like eventually you're going to grasp what he's trying to sell.
Right.
A lot of people compare it to taking drugs. And this is a drug guy. Stone's taken drugs his entire life.
Right.
So then from there, he does a movie called U-Turn with Sean Penn. It's kind of like a departure after the big time movies he had done before. It's okay. Any Given Sunday, again, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, he takes some time off after the 90s. All right. He produces The People versus Larry Flint. He's one of the writers on Evita.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But then when he gets into the 2000s, he's hardly doing anything.
Right.
He did Alexander, which was a fucking bomb. He did the World Trade Center movie.
Right. Oh, yeah.
He did W.
I don't know if you saw in your research that he has a second trilogy.
What are you talking about?
There is a President's trilogy because he's done Nixon, JFK, and W.
I guess you're right. I hadn't even thought of that.
But, knowing JFK, I would argue that movie's
that's not about JFK at all. It's about his assassination.
Yeah.
That dog don't hunt.
He did that Wall Street sequel, which I didn't think very much of at all. I don't think it was needed.
I didn't even see it.
And he did a movie called Savages, and his last movie was called Snowden.
Oh, right, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Historically, like I said, he's got this bold editing style, but he's also known as sort of a left-wing director. You know what I mean? He challenges ideas about white saviorism, about masculinity, about patriotism.
Right.
And he wound up becoming an RFK guy.
Ugh.
It's completely predictable when you consider that throughout his entire career, he's been a conspiracy theorist guy.
Right.
Like it makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah.
We know RFK is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But if you spent your whole life being a conspiracy theorist, he's the one you're going to follow.
He knows so much about their family. I mean,
right.
JFK. But
right.
Like, JFK, like, is one of those movies you're like, some of this is like very interesting. And then suddenly, you know, Tommy Lee Jones and Joe Pesci are having some sort of weird orgy with like people. And you're like, well, now I'm questioning whether any of this is true,
real.
You know, like, yeah.
I know. So that's Oliver Stone.
Right.
An interesting guy. You know what I mean? Like, I respect his gumption.
Yeah. I had seen JFK before going into this. I was surprised at how reserved he was in like really well-made movies.
I think it's early in his career and he hadn't started that whole new style
what his
yet.
style was. Yeah.
Right. He hadn't defined his style.
But he certainly understands how to shoot a movie.
No
you
doubt.
know, like, I mean,
from a visual perspective,
really beautifully.
They're
They're
really
shot
nice.
great. Yeah.
It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma. The fucking shooters don't even know. Don't you get it? Fuck, man!
That's Vinformation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the point of the podcast where we talk about the little funny details in these horrible war films.
Yeah.
These funny, hysterical little things from these.
And you know what? There is a fair amount of them.
There actually are. I wrote some things down that made me laugh. So let's talk a little bit about Platoon.
Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me. I've come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee.
Charlie Sheen and Tom Berenger are both Trilogy superstars we've discussed multiple times before in what? Major League.
Yes.
Willem Dafoe has also been in multiple trilogies. You're talking
both
Spider-Man trilogies.
Yeah.
The Mexico trilogy, Robert Rodriguez, the Triple X trilogy, you know. He and Buscemi share the award for having the worst teeth in Hollywood.
And maybe the craziest eyes.
Yeah.
As my father used to say, son, your teeth are air-cooled.
Keith David, who plays one of the black guys in the Platoon.
Love Keith David.
Love him. Trilogy superstar. We talked about him when we did Barbershop.
That's right. That's
He
right.
was also,
I knew we talked about him.
And we talked about him in Missing in Action, too. He was also in Missing in Action.
Right.
But he's also been in the Transporter trilogy, Chronicles of Riddick trilogy, and, of course, The Thing, Apocalypse trilogy.
The Apocalypse trilogy. Yeah.
So, like, he's been in a ton of trilogies. Forrest Whitaker, on the other hand.
Yes.
Also a trilogy superstar, the Taken trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
So many big actors in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Right? You know
It's
what
a
I mean?
stacked cast.
It's stacked.
And they were all pretty good.
John McGinley, who you can't help but love in everything you see him in.
Dr. Cox.
Scrubs, Office Space. The guy, the shitty lieutenant who fucked up and dropped the bombs on everybody, it's a guy named Mark Moses. Apparently he was a big deal in Mad Men.
Yeah, he played Duck Phillips in Mad Men.
He was also a trilogy superstar, the Big Mama trilogy. I'd also like to conclude this with Johnny Depp, who's in this movie.
Yes, trilogy superstar.
We talked about him at length when we did Terry Gilliam's Americana trilogy.
Yes.
But he was also, of course, in the Mexico trilogy, the Fantastic Beasts trilogy, the Poirot trilogy.
Yes.
All right, so let's
Did you mention Tony Todd, the Candyman?
I have it written here, but I didn't bother to mention it. Should I have mentioned it?
Yeah, he died recently, like a year ago or two.
Yeah, I guess he did. After those prophetic words at the end of the last Final Destination, where he's like, have a good life and do the best you can in life. And people are like, oh, Tony Todd, he just knew he was going to die. The director was like, say whatever you want about life. And he's like, okay, life, have a good life.
Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when.
Just overall, I don't know if it's director's terminology, writer terminology thing, or it's just we're that far removed from 1968. But a lot of the stuff they're saying is very gay.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, I'll give you a few examples. I've got them right here.
Please do.
Early on, this is like him just walking around the camp, and somebody says, go on, boy, get your dick skin on that thing. Dick skin on that thing. I don't know what that. Yeah, well, you know, you need to hump. Get up at 5, hump all day. It's going to piss on us all night. Keep this cheese dick off my ass. Let's do this whole fucking village. It's like a whole different world.
Yeah, a lot of different lingo.
Just keep your pecker hard and your powder dry, and the worm will turn.
Charlie Sheen is so fucking lame in this movie. He's like cleaning out the latrines and he's like, of course I volunteered. Why should only the poor kids fight? Shut up.
I know.
You sound like an asshole.
Yeah, I like the representation of that guy who thinks he's doing good, and they're like, you're a fucking idiot.
A fucking fool.
Like, are you dumb?
Fucking stop it.
I mean, why should the poor kids fight?
Yeah, you sound like an idiot. You'll notice that even in Vietnam, though, they've really got shotgunning weed hits down to a science. You'll notice that, like, the only people not getting high are the assholes and the racists and the country music listening people. Like,
guys who don't get it.
Just get it. Get it.
There's something really funny to me in this movie about Charlie Sheen writing to his grandmother.
Yeah.
Like every time,
well, gee, I don't know, Grandma. We'll see what happens when we get out of the...
I'm like, why are you writing your grandmother?
I know.
Hey, Grandma, make sure you tell Mom and Dad that I love them and that they raised me.
I wrote it down. After the whole incident in the village, they show a narration where he goes, tell Mom and Dad. Well, just tell them. Tell them what?
Just tell them.
Just tell them.
Again,
what
like,
what?
Okay.
He cops out on his own fucking dialogue. Just tell
like Humphrey Bogart's in the middle of his like, forget it, sweetheart. You just tell him.
What the fuck are you talking about? Just tell him.
You couldn't even write something to say to them in the letter.
You're playing telephone with Grandma, and then you're letting her make up what she should say?
I love you, Grandma.
Just tell him anything.
I was waiting for the end to be like,
Grandma's been dead for years.
You're in my world now, Grandma.
Oh, dear.
The section where the soldiers go in and they're checking out the hut, and like he's like, just leave it, man. And he's like, no, these are like important papers. And stuff,
documents.
So we gotta take these documents. And it ends up being a booby trap, and they get blown up.
Here's the rule for Vietnam. Don't pick things up.
Yeah.
Don't pick anything up.
Oh, yeah.
If it looks too good to be true,
just leave it there.
Just leave it there.
Yeah.
And every single time I'm like, oh, that looks great. Let's fucking
Let's
grab
take it and go.
No.
Even there's a guy next to him the whole time. He's like, let's just go.
Yeah.
And he's like,
there's
no.
always another guy that's like, don't pick that up.
Yeah.
Well, I feel the need to pick it up.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Who'd pick it up?
Look.
Pick me up.
Diabolical, isn't it?
That whole battle sequence where they're getting overrun or whatever, he goes to get Defoe. Is it just me, or did they take all the dead soldiers first when they were doing the evac? Like, there were guys like alive, and they're like, no, you'll get on the next one. I'm like,
you don't have any real...
Seems like a waste of a helicopter.
I guess it's the confusion of war, right? I mean,
Right.
It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm burying you. I'm alive! I'm alive! You're waking the neighbors! No. Shut up! No!
The scene after Elias is dead.
They're in the drug tent.
Yeah, they're all hanging out and they're all fighting. There's a pretty decent line where he's like, yeah, and you came in here. I remember he first came in here and you admired him. He's like, yeah, well, I was wrong. And he's like, wrong? You ain't never been right. It's a pretty great line. Like,
Sheen's all like very self-righteous in this scene. Like, he's like, well, we know he did it. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And then there's a point where he's like, he's standing right behind me, isn't he?
He's right behind me.
And he is. Like,
oh, boy.
It's the perfect thing.
He's a lunatic. I'm telling you, we are going into the wilderness being led by a lunatic. He's behind me, isn't he?
But I mean, Berenger's got a really good piece of acting. That's what got him the nomination. When he comes in there, he's like, what the fuck do you people know?
Yeah. His scar makeup was very good.
Yeah. It took 3 hours to put that on every time.
Really?
Yeah. When Keith David's like, I'm ready to go home. They're sending me to the chopper to go home. I've made it. I'm like, well, he's got to die before he gets to the chopper, right?
Right.
Like, that's the framework of every Vietnam movie.
Yeah.
And when he got on it and flew away, I felt a little bit like I was gypped out of
right?
something,
You know,
right?
same. I thought like I was like, well, the chopper's gonna get shot down.
Isn't that
right?
what
like,
every Vietnam thing is based on? That it's like the guy's last day in country,
I thought
and he dies on the way out.
They were gonna fucking mash it.
Yes.
Like, where like his chopper never made it home.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake's plane was shot down over the Sea of Japan. There were no survivors.
You got McGinley going crazy here. He's like, I got a bad feeling, Sarge.
Yeah.
He's great.
I loved, the end of him like, now you're in charge. Like, I can't go anywhere.
I know.
You know, like
it's a sad moment because he looks around. He's like, they all left me. Dale Dye is like, you're in charge of the unit now, and that look on his face where he's like,
yeah. Like I'm
getting chills just saying it.
I know. I loved it because I was like,
great.
man, you should have just not. You should have let them find you and kill you.
Yeah. It's a great moment. It's a great piece of acting.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He does a nice job. Yeah.
How you doing? I'm just fine, sir. Well, that's good because you got second platoon.
Yes, sir.
Charlie Sheen's like losing his shit.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Rambo.
It's fucking beautiful. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, it's
like
goofy.
screaming. Like,
it's so goofy.
I was like, what is going on?
What are you doing
right now? Jesus Christ.
When they all get blown up and Charlie Sheen, it's like the next morning and he wakes up and there's a deer. I feel like the deer looks over at him and he's like, what are you guys kidding me here?
Yeah.
What? The deer's like, are you serious?
Yeah. well, it was one of those things too. I thought the deer was such an interesting choice because you're like, the battle must have ended a while ago.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
for him to feel like he could walk
safe
out there.
to go out there and do that, right? So I thought it was like a really interesting choice to like show how much time had really passed.
Yeah,
But I was
it's
like,
clearly like a symbolic
like,
act of like peace has come now, like
Right.
calm,
right. Like,
You know
this is what it's like when you guys aren't here blowing shit up.
I had a crazy idea. Sheen wakes up and everyone around him is dead, right? And they're all dead, right?
Yeah.
If you know the movie Night of the Living Dead, what happens is the black guy wakes up and he's like, I survived it. And the military just guns him down. And I was thinking, be careful, Sheen.
Right, yeah.
You're walking around, everyone's looking to just shoot someone.
Right.
If you wake up, they may just kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it made me think of, Night of the Living Dead, which is probably an apt comparison in a way, right?
It's a great ending.
Yeah.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
One thing more, to Berenger's credit again is, it was a great parallel to the scene we saw before of him. What do you know about death? You don't know anything about death. And then when he's in the moment of dying, like there's fear on his face.
For sure.
Like, and it's the kind of thing like, what do you know about death?
Yeah.
Like you don't know anything either until you die.
Until
and
you're
nobody's
there.
able to tell us anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so this idea that like somehow because you've killed more people that you know more about death, you don't.
It's a good point.
You don't.
Until you're facing it.
Right.
Good point. Just like when Berenger killed the woman, Charlie Sheen does it.
Yeah.
It's not like he has second thoughts. I shouldn't be doing this, moral second thoughts.
Yeah.
He does it.
They give you the classic, like, go ahead and do, and he cuts him off doing it. I was kind of okay with it. Well, he did it to the other guy, right? Like, I feel like
No, he deserves it.
More so than in real life. In movies, eye for an eye is like a big thing. You know what I mean?
Time.
Like revenge and stuff. You're like, yeah,
Big
go
time.
after it because let's play it on the screen and not in real life. Because it never works out well.
No, in movies, it's always justified.
Yeah, right.
Go on, boy. Do it.
And then whatever, you get to the end of the movie and narration is bullshit.
He flies away the guy yells at him
with his arms in the air.
like he's a Tusken Raider. The hell is he doing? Why is he making that?
Boo hoo hoo.
Yeah. I'm gonna cry now.
Time to cry.
I'm very sad.
Remember the time when I just got arrested for drugs with Ferris Bueller that time? I was so much happier. They sent me to war.
Yeah. That's what I get. Hitting on Jennifer Grey.
Yeah.
Well, it's Jean, but a lot of guys call me Shauna.
At the end, I was like,
cliche,
so sappy,
I know.
so like, and I literally, this is just what I wrote. We were the enemies all along. Perhaps in this life we can spend the rest of our lives trying to find meaning in this life. Like that's how nothing.
I know.
That like
it's nothing.
I was like, shut the fuck, just let the movie end.
Really,
like
a stitch in time saves nine. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
I learned that
what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Shut up. Just one cliche after another.
Don't
we get
point
it.
out the splinter in your brother's eye if you can't see the plank in your own. That's what I learned about Nom.
Born on the 4th of July.
Wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday.
I fucking loved all the Americana shit when he's a little boy. Loved the parade, loved his young self.
Yeah.
It was my favorite part of the movie, showing that town and how he became like a patriotic kid.
right away you don't blame him, right? Like
No.
because like they paint it so well, the environment of patriotism. You can see how somebody would have
For sure.
Gotten into this. Makes it all the more tragic when he comes home and people treat him like shit and he's like, I got a raw deal here.
Yeah.
Like
And again, I think a lot of this has to do with people whose fathers at this time in the 60s fought in World War II. And there's a good guy versus a bad guy. And you went to like protect your country, to do the right thing. That's what he went into Vietnam thinking he was doing, and it wasn't that.
Yeah.
Those parade moments were fucking great. When like the soldiers are going down the street and the firecrackers go off and you see them flinching, they're PTSD'd from World War II.
I thought, there was something
Loved
really
that.
great about that moment too, like of him kind of noticing.
The main guy that they show is actually Ron Kovic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I would ponder and I would think about what it would be like coming home. And I always pictured myself limping back to my hometown of Massapequa, Long Island, all the girls running up to me and hugging me and kissing me, said, Ron, you're a great hero.
Before we go any further, and I want to talk more about this,
Yeah.
let me knock down some of the actors in this, because again, like I told you before, they're like actors that are famous for like one thing that I wrote down because I know that you and I would both know them. You've got Jerry Levine, who plays Styles in Teen Wolf, right?
My favorite.
You've got Frank Whaley, who is his best friend.
Yes.
Well, that's Brett from Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
Every Baldwin is in this movie for some reason.
Yes, the one calling
They're all
out
there.
who's like, give me the priest, give me the priest. I was like, is that Daniel or Billy? He's always the one like...
The young one is Steven is playing, I think, his friend at a young age. And really looking like Barney Rubble. He's like... he couldn't look... he's so stupid looking.
He actually did play Barney Rubble.
That's what I'm saying. He couldn't look stupider. He's auditioning for it 15 years ahead of time. He's so dumb looking, Stephen Baldwin. You've got the warden from Shawshank Redemption who's in this movie.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay. Lily Taylor, she's a Trilogy superstar, Maze Runner.
All I wrote was like, oh, wow, Lily Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
Tom Sizemore's first movie.
Really?
Yes, indeed. This is Vivica Fox's first movie. Newman is in this movie.
I did see Wayne Knight. He's at the end.
Yep.
Tom Berenger shows up to mention Paris Island.
The Marine recruiter.
For some reason, was after Paris Island, thought of course of the Billy Joel song, Good Night Saigon. But then I kept thinking of Tom Berenger just like speaking essentially the lyrics. Like,
yeah.
Let me assure you, boys, the enemy is sharp as knives, knives.
We need people who'll be very gung-ho to lay down their lives.
And we will all go down together.
It's almost like the movie was like, let's show all the ways that Tom Cruise uses his legs now because he won't have them in the future.
He will
Look how strong his legs are.
Foreshadowing.
That's what it is. Boy, he's really got it. He's a great wrestler. Look at him using his legs.
That'd be great later if he was like, all the memories I think back and all the times I took it for granted. I was going to have legs forever. I just never thought about.
Gonna use my arms, gonna use my legs, gonna use my...
Actually, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs.
There's this early scene. The coach is like yelling. They're doing all these like, I want to win the championship. Do you want to win the championship? And I don't know if it's just because I've been at my parents' house a lot, but like I felt like I was watching Bar Rescue.
Okay.
Like I was like, this guy sounds like fucking John Taffer.
You watch
like,
a lot of Taffer at your mom's house?
My mom, they love John Taffer.
I mean, I gave up on that show
anytime we go
years
anywhere,
ago.
John Taffer would have taken care of this, and like,
when you go to a restaurant with your parents
oh yeah,
base it on what John Taffer would do.
Watch out, sometimes the ice isn't clean. John Taffer said, and that show is a commercial for him to sell his fucking POS system every time. Like, I give you the state-of-the-art POS system that, by the way, I fucking own.
I made up.
You're an irresponsible ass, and my wife probably got sick because of you.
You notice in all these movies when they get to war that the whole point of Vietnam is that no one is ever prepared for all these ambushes. They're constantly being ambushed.
I know there's the thing of like Nam where like they kind of came in and were completely unprepared. American warfare before this didn't happen in the swamps and in the high grass and in the jungle.
Right.
Like the war went on for so long though.
Right.
Like couldn't you have some point be like, we've developed something, like.
And everyone's surprised by everything.
No one figured out how to fight there.
This village looks too good to be true. Don't just walk into it. Something is going to happen.
Right. Yeah. This could be a trap.
I know. Every time.
You never know.
You never know when.
It's a trap.
I have a very sneaky Trilogy superstar. Mel Allen here on the radio making the home run call for Mickey Mantle. He drops the iconic, how about that?
Yeah.
And of course, he was also in Naked Gun.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
How about that?
He comes back after he's shot his friend.
Yeah, it's a great scene, actually.
Yeah. And he's like,
trying to convince the guy.
And the guy's like, shut the fuck up and stop talking.
He's like, no, I really think I killed him.
Yeah, I love like it just seems like be like, do you understand? You need to stop talking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. But I think I might have killed my friend. Like I understand.
Like
you need to stop.
He's like, no, what you're not understanding is shh.
Yeah, like okay. I see. I get it. I may have killed him though. Like I don't know, but
it's really
but I don't know if you understand. Like, no, I understand,
Yeah,
and I need you to stop talking.
Sir, I think I might have killed him, sir.
I don't think so.
But, sir, I think I killed Wilson.
I don't think so, Tovik.
But, sir.
I'll take your head off. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right.
But, sir.
That hospital is pretty terrible. There's rats. Meanwhile, you've got
The staff's doing heroin.
Yeah, you got Rock's brother from the television show Rock talking about a black revolution.
Yeah.
Save your breath, Rock. I've seen too many of my friends go down with the help of suckers like this. I ain't going nowhere.
No, it's okay. It's all right, Joe. It's all right.
You got one of the soldiers like next to Tom Cruise talking about to a whore, suck on my tits is what he says.
Yeah. Well,
I thought about that and I was like, you know what? If you have no feeling below your waist, your nipples do have
They're an
feeling.
erogenous zone.
So that's the only thing you have left. Like I laughed at it at first, but I was like, well, kind of makes sense to me.
Would you like to have a suckle of my zipper?
Starting around now, he starts wearing these terrible wigs.
Yeah.
That just don't match his hair color in any way. Like they're so fucking bad. When he's got the whole like the hair and the beard and everything, he looks like Sam Rockwell. Like basically Tom Cruise in a mustache and long hair is Sam Rockwell.
When he gets home, he goes into his bedroom, right? And he picks up a picture of himself. And I wrote, he's got a picture of himself in his bedroom?
Nothing like him.
Why do you have a picture of yourself in your bedroom?
Yes, I know.
Your hair changes dramatically from short to long. Do you wear wigs?
So you have the whole scene in the house with him when he's drunk.
Yeah.
And yelling penis. His mother's freaking out.
Yeah.
The dad is pretty pathetic because the dad's like, look, you're upsetting your mother too much. You really got to leave. When you're married, you'll understand. You know?
Right.
Penis! Then we get to Mexico.
And it's time for more penis talk.
Yeah, it doesn't end there. Cruz has got a great moment when he's with the sexy whore.
Yeah.
And he starts crying during it.
Yeah.
Really a nice scene.
You know, really touched.
Right.
Time.
And that's really a great, you know what, it's a great sort of exclamation point on what we were just talking about with respect to masculinity. Like,
right. And that's the thing too, right? Like it's not like these guys aren't like railing prostitutes or anything. Like they're paying for comfort.
I feel like I've been to that place in Puerto Vallarta before. And Amy was with me.
That one girl looked really familiar.
Amy ruined it. She said we had to go snorkeling instead.
Another note about that prostitute scene.
Yeah.
Is it just me or were you kind of hoping she was going to be able to get it to work?
Yeah.
Right?
He was.
It was kind of like he was like, yeah, don't bother. It's not going to happen. And I was like, what if she, give her a shot?
He tried it like 3 times. He had to say it. He's like, don't bother. And then he's like, no, don't bother.
Yeah,
He's
really.
like, no,
it's
don't
not,
bother.
Like it's not going to happen.
She's giving it a shot. Just
like,
let her do it. She's like, what I would do is I make a splint with a branch.
Yeah.
Works.
And we prop your penis up.
I prop it up. It's good as new. That's not a Spanish accent. I don't know why I did a Russian accent there. It's the best I could do.
I prop your penis up.
Yeah, that's better, Scott. Thank you. I prop it up with a stick.
He also had bandoleros and a big sombrero on.
A crude Mexican stereotype.
That last fight with him and Defoe in the desert, hitting each other in a wheelchair, it's kind of goofy. It's goofy.
Stupid. He's like, yeah, I killed babies. Did you ever kill babies? And like yelling, he's like, you don't know what I did. You never killed a baby. That's stolen valor. Okay? You can't do that.
Did you kill a baby? Maybe I did kill a baby. Yeah. High five.
That would be the end of that conversation, right?
It was a baby.
All right, classic. High five.
So he goes to, Lily Taylor
Yeah.
and in Georgia and tells the family about how he killed the guy. And one of them says, "We understand, Ron. The pain you've been going
the father.
through." And I just thought, respectfully, I don't think you do. Does your dick work?
I mean, when you say pain, do you mean pain?
Yeah, because
you know,
I'd love to feel anything south of here, like.
I mean, it's a little deeper than you think. Just nod your head and drive me to the airport.
Yeah, right.
My pain is constant and sharp, and I do not hope for a better world for anyone.
So he's at the 72 convention. He's like an activist now, full-blown activist, right? But this is interesting because he's a leader now, and it's symbolic in that he's leading a different kind of platoon now. So he was leading the other platoon then. Now he's here as a peace activist platoon leader, so to speak.
Right.
And that's kind of a cool little, mirroring of what he did.
Yeah. I mean, his experience is not going to waste.
Right.
Right. Like he can use his experience in another way.
All right, Scott, I think we're on to our last breakdown, which is Heaven and Earth.
Sugar. Oh, honey, honey. You are my candy girl. You got me wanting you.
I wanted to go to heaven during this movie and depart Earth forever because of how much I was bored and hated it.
It was a lot.
Oh, God.
For sure.
Let them farm rice.
Yeah.
They just want to farm rice.
Seriously.
Let them make rice.
Just let them live.
I know. I like how early in the story the umbilical cord wizard comes to the village.
I was cracking up.
And like these people are very, in the midst of all this drama, are strangely like mystical and believe in ghosts and stuff. And he's like,
man, the translation, whatever the Vietnamese word for wizard, has to be better than saying the word wizard.
Right.
Like in the movie. Like I thought that was so crazy because I was waiting for oh, don't worry, I called the wizard. Like, hi, Merlin.
Your umbilical
long
cord
white hair.
shall not pass.
Comes in, big pointy hat with like moons and shit on it.
But you get to the point where you're like, boy, she just can't make anybody happy. I mean, that scene where she's being tortured by ants, then by a snake, you're like, what is this for?
Did you notice, by the way, in that scene with the torture with the ants, they're putting honey on her, and the jars say that it's honey donated by the people of the United States of America.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
She gets to the city with the rich businessman.
I thought it was funny, like, after she sleeps with the rich businessman and she gets knocked up, and Joan Chen is like,
yeah,
I smell baby on you. Like she just knows she's pregnant.
She goes, we need to send you to the herbalist. What? Then there's a shot where she's just standing on the stairs. I'm like, is she going to throw herself down these stairs? A minute later, they're like, his sperm's just too strong.
All right. Flattery will get you nowhere.
Christ.
My sperm is strong. Yeah, she could be like a second wife that you smack around and do whatever you want to.
And he's like, nah, I don't think so.
No.
I'll send you some money. And the next shot, she's like, he sent me no money. Suddenly, she's selling cigarettes in Da Nang on the street. And you're like, Jesus Christ. There's that scene where like Papa comes to visit her and the whore sister in Da Nang. And the sister like gives it to her.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I don't hate the sister for this. The father clearly loves her more than the sister, doesn't care that the sister's a whore.
Yeah.
And the sister's like, listen, I'm doing what I got to do to survive here.
Right.
Like, don't judge me. How the fuck dare you?
Yeah. You realized who her boyfriend was.
Robert John Burke. Of course I did.
Trilogy superstar.
RoboCop. He is RoboCop in RoboCop
also
3.
Thinner. I just keep eating. I keep losing weight. It's the best diet I ever found.
So then her son is born. And then immediately, like, one of the midwives is like, kill your son.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, God, this is terrible. And then the next shot, she's in a dump. And she's like, I saw all the poor prostitutes murdered by men. What? What is going on here?
What?
Basically, every man wants to rape her.
Sure.
And that's what she's fighting against, right?
Yeah.
So she's selling cigarettes down at the base. And Big Mike comes up to her. She's like, hey, Big Mike. And he's like, look, you're clean. The guys just want to fuck you. It's cool. And she's like, I cannot do that. Look, just fuck some of these guys. It's more money than you'll see in 2 years.
Right. Big Mike is like, come on, they beat the odds. They just want to leave something behind. And it was like, yeah, your body
Yeah.
in a fucking ditch somewhere.
Right.
Like, that's what she's worried about.
We know
Big
that, yeah,
Mike.
Big Mike. We know we've killed all these prostitutes. She was just in the dump.
The fact that you want to pay me $400 is actually scaring the shit out of me.
Yeah,
Like, how
Big
bad
Mike.
do you need me to go with these guys?
Fucking
Like,
Big Mike
yeah.
won't say no.
Mike?
I know. Fucking Mike. And then
It's the big Mikes you gotta watch out for.
in the world.
Yeah.
I wanna be like Mike. Like Mike. If I could be like Mike. Could be like Mike.
She gets the money. She fucks the guys.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
In the next shot, the Americans beat up her father, and the VC hold a gun to her mother's head.
Yeah.
And you're like, this never ends.
Yeah.
And then later she's like, Papa drank acid and walked. What?
I was fucking
Walked into
dying.
the fields.
What?
What?
Like, why?
Why would you
Like,
do that?
I guess the thing was he couldn't leave the village.
Right, that was
because
his
he
whole
would get
thing.
killed if he left the village. Just stay in the village.
Yeah.
And just die of natural causes.
I mean, they're piling on so much here. You can't even like.
Where did he get acid from?
I know.
You guys have nothing and he has acid?
His acid that
just
he
laying
drinks?
around that
I
he can take
know.
a sip of and no big deal? Like,
Just hold your head under the patty water or
Yeah.
whatever. You know,
blow your head off.
drink. Right. Drink acid.
Run at a soldier. You know what I mean? Like,
I need to die in most terrible way
Yeah.
possible.
I wanted to hurt the whole time.
Great.
Hey,
man.
that's some good acid, huh?
Oh, killer.
Hey,
man.
my pleasure.
She's made so much money from fucking those guys. She's got her own sweet little apartment there now. When Steve rolls around.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty sweet little
Trilogy
apartment.
superstar Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones, of course, this is the same year he made The Fugitive.
Oh,
in which he
really?
won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor.
Huh.
Trilogy superstar, Men in Black, Captain America.
Mhm.
And of course, like he's an Oliver Stone guy, JFK, Natural Born Killers.
Right.
It's Tommy Lee Jones.
Sure.
So Bashful Steve chases her through town. Then he's like, well, I'm here at your apartment. Go to work.
I'll just wait till you come back. Yeah, that's a big old red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's a fucking no, Steve.
I know.
Like,
She comes in after working at the casino. She's like, what you doing here, Steve?
yeah, I told you to fucking leave,
It's like,
Steve.
I just needed a couple. I just was trying to catch some Z's over here in your bed.
Oh, we don't mind. I just lay down on this bed and run a little bit.
Well, we see that the gimmick is that he's damaged too. He sleeps and he's having his own flashbacks.
Yeah,
He's
wakes
like,
up and almost Wolverines her.
almost
Yeah.
Wolverines her, exactly. In that scene when they first kiss after the Wolverine thing,
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones's head is solidly 3 to 5 times bigger than her head. He's like a mutant head.
Yeah.
And she's got a tiny little head, and his head is fucking enormous.
Yeah.
Enormous American head. Just made me feel uncomfortable.
He's becoming the character from Up, I think.
You're
That's
exactly
what's
right.
happening.
You got a big head. It's too big for your body.
I don't care.
He goes, you'll be safe. Your son will get a good education.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great. Then he goes, I need a good Oriental woman like you.
And that's when she was like,
That should have told you something right there.
she really, I mean.
Right there. She didn't pick it up. But it's like when I heard that, I was like, well, that's a problem.
Yeah. Ooh.
Now it's awkward because of what you said.
So you think you're like, oh, everything is great. She's with Steve now. Finally, this woman is safe. And then the base is overrun by the VC. Can this woman catch
There's
a fucking break?
There's nowhere safe.
It's fucking terrible.
They have the magical moment. They meet each other in the middle of the street. And I was like, man, my heart was like ready to jump. Like, I'm like, he's going to get fucking just creamed.
I know.
Because so much bad shit has happened at this point.
Right.
You just thought, like, why not throw another thing on of him? Like,
I know.
hey, honey, speak up.
They get into the fucking United States. His mother is played by Debbie Reynolds, by the way.
Yes.
Famous actress from like Singing in the Rain. She's a Trilogy superstar, by the way. Did a voice in Rugrats.
Oh.
Yeah.
And mother of Trilogy superstar Burt Reynolds.
Right?
Is that right?
No.
I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
Yeah, but Steve is shady as fuck.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't take long before we're like, whoa, he's got another family.
Yeah.
And a secret job. It's like, I got a job, baby, in a couple of years. And she's like, what job? And he's like, I can't really talk about it.
And then he also, right after that, goes, we'll lick them together.
Yeah.
We'll lick them together. And I'm just like, that's weird.
It's weird. And then, like,
That's a weird phrase.
I mean, and then
why was that
literally-
ever a phrase?
Literally, the next scene, she's like, but Steve had problems. And here's.
But then things
Then
bad.
He held a gun to my head. He ends the scene by being like, can you ever love me? And she kind of hugs him, and I'm
No.
like, well, you held a gun to her head 5 minutes ago.
Right,
Maybe
yeah,
not.
maybe
not.
One thing I learned, Steve, in a marriage, there's no such thing as one person happy, one miserable, both miserable. That's the way life works.
Oh, no, baby. This is the way life works.
And Jeffrey Jones plays a minister.
Oh my God!
Perfect.
I wrote Jeffrey Jones playing a priest. That tracks.
It all makes sense now.
They think he's a righteous dude.
There's at some point of this where she's talking about like, he took my children. They're my children. I birthed them. I chewed their food. And I was like, why did you do that?
I said that too. I was like, are you serious?
Like, cut it up into pieces.
Yeah, what are you, a bird?
Like maybe back in Nam you chewed their food, but
Maybe.
you're an American now, baby.
Yeah.
Chew your food, you're an animal.
The Buddhist guy gives her all the bullshit and then tells her like that her house is rearranged the wrong way. And I'm like, this guy's just an expert in feng shui, nothing else. Yeah. He's like, your door can't face that door.
Yeah.
The spirit goes through. I'm like, shut up.
He's an expert in having opinions about other people's shit.
Yeah,
You know,
really, yeah.
You know?
Instead, she goes back to Vietnam. She runs into the guy that abandoned her many years ago. And he's like perceived as like a good guy.
Yeah.
I said, now let's go see how Big Mike is doing. The other hero of this movie, the other male hero.
Big Mike walks up, same uniform, has not aged at all.
And she gets to fucking Vietnam and they just lay this guilt trip on her.
I know.
Christ.
But I thought like it was funny, like it was so like, this is how we're going to end the movie. But
I
then
know.
we did have a kind of a nice Joan Chen mom scene of like, I get what you did. You did what you had to do.
If you're not going to show like her success later in life, I at least wanted to see where she was like, fuck all of you.
Accept my struggle. Accept that what I had to go through and I made the best choices I could make for myself because I had no other choice.
Right.
And you guys were never going to. Like, I didn't see any of you helping besides mom. Like,
I know. On a side note, I looked up those blackened teeth that mom has.
Yes?
That's a villager tradition in old Vietnam. They did that because they perceived black teeth to be beautiful over white teeth. They did it themselves with dyes. It's not like their teeth were just rotting out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So take a good look at my face. You'll see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my tears.
Okay, well, that was the Oliver Stone Vietnam trilogy, ladies and gentlemen. Scott, you know what? I was super excited for Phil's contribution to this episode.
I'm sure it'll be enlightening.
Hey, folks. Phil here, your field correspondent for the Trilogy podcast. For this report on Oliver Stone's Vietnam trilogy, I'm going to be getting a chance to highlight my knowledge of and love for Vietnamese cuisine. Yeah, that's right. I contain multitudes. A few years back, I appeared in an online video about the proper way to eat the Vietnamese noodle soup, pho. I received a call from a producer who loved what he saw. He's interested in another video segment, and they want me to eat noodles and talk pho. So here I am, down by the docks, about to meet at his private studio. Vietnam nom nom, am I right? Let's go. Ah. Kind of a light setup here. Just a camera on a tripod.
Well, hello.
Oh, Jesus, you scared me. Hi. Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Oh, no, thank you.
Really thrilled to be here.
Believe me, the pleasure's all mine.
Oh.
Why don't we have you just hop in front of the camera real quick?
Okay, sure, yeah. You need me to slate? Philip Casal, non-union, SAG must join. 5'11" if I don't slouch. 235, give or take.
Oh, I wouldn't mention my name on this if I were you.
If I don't say my name, how will they get in touch with me if they want me?
Ooh, you're a little slut, aren't you?
What?
Why don't you get undressed and show us that ass?
Whoa, what the fuck are you talking about? You said you liked my work and that you wanted to get me on camera eating noodles and pho.
No, I said I liked the way you slurp, and I want to get you on camera being nude and fuck.
Oh God. Well, that does explain why I thought you kept saying you wanted to bond me from behind.
That's right, noodle boy. Now start slurping.
Oh no!
What?
All right, Scott. That was terrible, but we move on.
Of course.
Break it down for me. Why don't you give me the order of these movies and whether you think they were successful or unsuccessful as a trilogy?
I think I'm going to say it's successful, which is crazy, I think.
Bold.
I think it does what it's meant to do. I think it gives you a varied perspective on the Vietnam War from different angles. I liked all of them. I thought they were all pretty good. I thought the third movie, it drags.
It's long.
It's long. It's a lot of hard shit to watch. There's not any familiar faces really in the movie.
No
like
one.
besides Tommy Lee Jones. So yeah, I mean, it's a tough sell, but I did think it was interesting. This is going to be a real simple 1, 2, 3.
Really? 1, 2, 3?
I think so.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I didn't hate any of them. With the first one, I was like, at least, like I said, at least there was a sort of a conflict between two schools of thought on the battlefield. And I thought that was interesting enough to weld all of his memories together into a good film. And I mean, I don't think the other two are bad. I just think I enjoyed Platoon the most, probably.
Okay.
It was an easier watch.
So you're going 1, 2, 3.
I think
successful.
So. I think it was successful.
Okay, I'm going to go in a different direction.
Sure.
Okay, though I completely see where you're coming from with your analysis.
Sure.
I'm going to go with 2, 1, 3.
Okay.
I felt like Born on the 4th of July was a more complete movie. It showed a more realistic character arc, and it wasn't as sort of confused as the first movie was. I loved a lot of the moments of Platoon, a lot of the themes, a lot of the things going on, but I felt like it was in a lot of ways sort of all over the place, and I felt like Charlie Sheen really brought the film down. So if you ask me, the movie that was the most complete, that showed a character arc, a movement, and again, had those great scenes with those quiet moments with Tom Cruise and a great performance. The movie that moved me the most was the second movie. So I'm going to go with 2. Again, 1 strong. And the third one, I just didn't like at all. I appreciate the viewpoint and the perspective. I'm not going to shit on this lady's terrible life, but I just don't think it was created in a very cinematic way.
Right.
And there wasn't a proper character arc.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 2, 1, 3, unsuccessful, because as you know, for me, I'm a lot tougher than you when it comes to being successful or not, and I just did not enjoy the third movie. There are sad, deep movies I enjoy, like a Schindler's List. I enjoy it because it's moving me. I get something out of it.
Right.
This third movie just didn't work for me at the end.
Yeah.
A lot of the themes that I write about are inevitability. There's inevitability in her story, but the loop has to be closed for me.
That's the kind of time travel I like in movies, is the Terminator time travel of like, it always happened kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
you wanted to finish this podcast by pissing me off talking about time travel?
I know,
You know how
but
I
you
feel
said
about
inevitability, and
All
I was
right.
like, time travel is a great device to talk about inevitability.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to yet another episode of the Trilogy Podcast. I am Vin.
I'm Scott.
And our entire goal on this planet until we die is to give you analysis of every single trilogy ever made. We're more than halfway through, I think, Scott, in a short 10-year span. And we're going to keep going as more trilogies are being made, as other trilogies are falling off because a fourth one is being made. We will continue on our course and give you the best coverage we possibly can. Check us out, as always, on TikTok, we're fucking awesome there. Instagram, we kick your mother's ass on that.
Whoa.
YouTube, I'll punch your father in the face there. And Scott is
Don't go to YouTube.
Scott's brother is running our X right now, our X account, and it's fucking phenomenal. So please check us out online. We're everywhere, okay?
Interact with us. I actually brought a short-barreled shotgun with me.
Please don't put it up to my lips. I don't.
Up and away, my beautiful balloon. Suspended under the twilight canopy, we'll search the clouds for a star to guide us. We'll find some change, you find yourself loving me. Find